What's up, guys? So before I start the review, I just want to address something really quick. The past few days I've been getting a lot of messages asking me if I'm the same Tino Spade from the top 100, and I just want to show you guys real quick that yes, that is me. The reason I'm doing this is because I figured it'd be a lot easier for anyone in the future who might be thinking of asking me. This way I can just clear it all up at once. I'm not complaining about the messaging or anything. Of course I'm not complaining. I'm just saying this would save you the time of having to ask me. This way in this video I can just clear it all up. And some of those same people are also asking me how come I'm not doing more gameplay videos because of where I'm ranked. And that's because this is just primarily a player review channel. Of course I do sprinkle in some gameplays here and there, some pack openings, just to keep things interesting. But I really don't have any plans of making this a full gameplay channel, because I feel that most of my subscribers, if not all my subscribers, are here for the player reviews, and if I strayed away from that and just focused on gameplays, I feel most of you would probably leave, so I don't want that to happen. Maybe if I get to the #1 spot, I'll start doing more gameplays, but for now this is just primarily a player review channel. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to clear that up for you guys. So for now, man, let's get back to that review. Alright, road to the playoff, Josh Norman, 89 overall, run stuff style. 6 foot tall, 92 speed, 94 excel, 97 zone, 82 catch, 88 play rec, 89 man, 93 agility, and 95 press. Those are really good stats, and also he does have 81 hit power, which is nice for any corner. I put him in the outside first, see how he would do, and he definitely did do well. He is, well, from what I could tell, he is definitely a more conservative corner, which means that he will almost practically allow the receiver to catch the ball and then he'll make his move. I'm not a big fan of that, but I know that some guys are, so I guess that's really up to you, your preference. But like I said, he definitely did play fairly well on the outside, and it just made sense since he does have 97 zone that I would play zone. That's where he's going to play his best. He does have 89 man. It's not terrible, but it's not really great. So I would not suggest putting him. If you have a man-to-man defense and you want like a top tier corner as your starter, I don't know if he fits on your team then. But if you do run like a lot of zone and you need a pretty decent corner, I would say try him out once his price drops. I don't think it's worth 200K, but we'll get to that later. I do believe that he's not the best outside corner. I mean, that's not where you're gonna get the best value from him. Right here, I just want to show you that tackle, man. He is a great tackler, that's for sure. Did not let anybody get through him. He did not. Every time he put his hands on a running back or receiver, they went down right then and there. Very good tackler. Did not force any fumbles with that hit power, unfortunately, but I'm sure if you get him and you play with him enough, he definitely will eventually get you a fumble, which is again why I say he would be best in the zone, because of, not to mention 97 zone and that nice play rec. Right here, I put him man to man. He did get beat right there. Right here, I think is the zone, and he got beat right there. Those routes, very disappointing. But like I said, it will happen from time to time. Everybody gets beat. Right here, that conservativeness, man. He lets him catch the ball and he just bites him. So be on the lookout for that. But like I said, man, putting him in the slot, I feel is the best. Like I said, because he's a good tackler and he does have a good zone. Right here, look to the far right. He's going up against Team of the Week Marshall, because I want to test out that press, the camera angle. I know, and yeah, he got beat. Like I said, right there he got beat. But like I said, this camera angle, I had to back it up so you guys could see it better. So just like I said, just look to the far right. I'm just pressing Team of the Week Marshall. He did a good job there. He let me get the sack right here. You see right here, fairly good job. If I press, and I know Team of the Week Marshall is a very big test for him, which is why I was very happy to put him against him right there. He did get beat, but I'm glad my opponent did not see it and he threw it to someone else and he got picked. So, that 95 press should come in handy, especially like that if you put him in the slot. So if you get him, I recommend the slot, not so much the outside. Plus, because 200,000 is a lot for a corner that can only play, better in the slot. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of this review. My final thoughts: do I think he's worth 200,000? I would say no. But then again, once that Christmas promo drops, his price will drop as well as almost every other card. So if you want to get him, I say just wait a week or two. His price will drop. I promise you that. As far as how far it's going to drop, who knows? It could drop to maybe 130, 140. I could be wrong, but that's just my estimate. But again, for all we know, his price might shoot back up once the promo is over. Not to say that that's guaranteed, but there's a chance that it might. So if you want to get him, the best time is during the promo when his price drops. Now, as far as what to do with them once you have them, I would say to get the most out of them, you could put him in the slot just because of that 97 zone, assuming that you're playing zone. He might not play as well man to man, so if you run a lot of zone in the nickel or the dime or whatever, I would say play him then. If you primarily run a 3-4 or a 4-3 or a 4-6, then of course I would say I think there are better outside corners such as Cromartie or Patrick Peterson or Antonio Cromartie. You know, but that's just my opinion. I'm not saying he can't play the outside. Of course, I put him outside my entire gameplay. I just feel that Cromartie and Peterson play that a little bit better, especially for 200,000. You could definitely find someone cheaper, or someone who could play better for the outside for 200,000. But that's just my opinion, guys. Anyways, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys for the next review, which should be that most feared Marshawn Lynch. So be on the lookout for that, guys, and I will see y'all boys later. Peace.